Well, hello there. Hey, it's Neutral Guy Sweden. Good morning, Pixelated. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Dirty Draws. And Egon Spendler. What's happening? Okay, we're gonna jump right into this. Hey, Dwayne Lance. We're gonna be building the F35 this morning. The proper Fortnite size version. Hey, Rooster! So this is 100% Lego Fortnite size. Not even minifig size, but Lego Fortnite size. We're building specifically to the size of our minifigs, which are actually smaller, believe it or not. Sure, FTC, I have one answer. Only one answer. Hit me with it. And Kitty. Ooh, and Kitty. Good morning. So good to see you. We have a question incoming from FTC. Any time now. Come on, FTC. Give me the question. Hey, Diego, what's up? Oh, okay. Maybe you can rephrase it without the swear words. We're also on YouTube and um, on Twitch. Or as some of the other streams like say, purple and red. I don't know why. There's talk about being shadow banned, terms and conditions, etc. Oh, hey! Before we get started, okay, this is I'm gonna have to build it a little further up. Before we get started, let's take a look over here because I've been a little busy. Built a radio tower. That's not what I want to show you. No, it didn't finish in here, but it's coming along. That's the command center. It did not touch that one. Okay, so I kind of standardized it a lot more. Moved out some of the pieces so they're further to the edges. And so it's like nice and uniform. So this is going to be like the standard look for these guys. And let's go on in. This is the barracks. We got 4 beds over here. We got 4 beds over here. So you got a squad of 8. There you go. Nice, nice unit. We got generators over here, of course. So the base is coming along. Good morning, Chris Carnage. Leon, I believe it's because you stated your age and you were 12 years old, and that's against the terms of service for Discord. So we do have rules on Discord. And you may have violated some of those rules. So if Ann Kitty has put you on a timeout or a ban, then it's for a very good reason. So anyway, good morning to the rest of us who follow the rules. You can keep on following along, but you know, okay, this is not the place to discuss this. I am here to do a tutorial. So let's get into the tutorial. Okay, if you keep this up, we're gonna ban you from here as well. So please respect the space. I have some builds to do. Good morning. All right, so everybody, let's get into this. On with the show. All right, so we're going to be using first order. And I think, yes, I did start with this. So the nose was kind of one of the most important features here, just getting this in place. So let me put this on right to the tip. This does require you to have the first order kit. So keep that in mind. This is not a build for everybody. This is a build for those people who have this particular kit, because this kit is needed for this. I'm not trying to exclude anyone or anything. I've tried different combinations, and this one is the best solution to get the right look and everything. So it is what it is. So don't at me, bro. All right. All right, so F35, we got the nose set, and now we have to kind of build down a little bit, because that's going to be a little problematic. So over to the floors. I'm here trying to remember what I did before. And then one more. And then we can come down to here. And build out. So what's going to happen is that this is going to come in. Oops. My bad. It's going to step in. One. And then two. And this is going to step in again. One. So we have a bit of a, you see the backward curve going on here? All right, now the weird thing about this particular build is that this one is longer. The cockpit area is much longer than the others, and it's higher. So it's also a bit more forward. So I'm gonna pop over here. This is the F35 right here. Now we have to go and we have to gotta build this thing back here. So I'm actually gonna go a little wider than what I did here. So I'm gonna go back. This should be a 12. No, you're an 8. Okay, fine. You're an 8. 8 and a 6. We are going back a little further than this. So this needs to be a 12 and a 6, not an 8. That was one of my mistakes there, and I didn't quite realize it at the time, but we're aiming to fix that today. I build it first so that I can make all the mistakes, and then you guys can, learn from my mistakes. Okay. Posture. A good posture is always important. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. This is a chunky boy, by the way. The F32 is very slim. Sorry, F22 is very slim. Did I say F32? F22 is very slim. This is a different animal altogether. I think this needs to go 6 and an 8. to get this right. Then 8. There we go. And there. That should be nicely done right there. And now let's get a couple of these guys. Pop these in right there. 1, 2, 3. We do want to be careful about how we're placing any other pieces in here, because the seat has to go on top of this, and we can't have it coming too high because we do need to cover that thing. So back here is this is a 6, so we got 1 out. Okay, that is a 6. Good. Now this needs to be wider, starting from the word go. So we can go up 1. One up, 1 down. And we have 2 of these. Then N, because we're doing a proper circle here. This is just how proper circles work in the game. It's a system of gradation. Now, this looks actually looking a little small. So let me just take another peek over here. I may have to make, oop, wrong one. I may have to make that a little bit more. But yeah, that lines up. Okay. This circle is actually probably going to be better than one I used before. Because that one ended real quick. Now, one of the things I kind of realized in the late stage of building the cockpit was just how big this this canopy is, and it's actually fairly long. It goes back a bit of a ways. So I think in support of that, since it's got to come back here, we're gonna scoot this back a little bit. And then we're going to have our natural gradation. Oops, wrong place. So see, that is going to be tilting back to here. This is why an 8 may actually be better for this bit, because it gives us that little extra space. You know what? I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to replace these with an 8. So bear with me 1 second. Yes, it will make it a little bit longer, but you know what? Totally worth it. And then do a 6 here. Then, oh, that is moving inward, isn't it? So 1, 2, and then this one more in. So 6 in. 6 in. 2N. Huh. Yep. If you started with it, might as well be able to be in a much better position. So let's get that curve better. 1. And then 2. Then we can go 3. Then we can go 4. There. That's the curve. So when you look at it from the side, it should be a nice angle backward. When everything else is in place, of course. I've got James Brown in my head now. Chris Carnage, I think this is your fault somehow. I don't know how, but this is your fault. It usually is. Set machine. There we go. I could have even gone one further. All right, so that is that, and we just have to make sure that anything we replace needs to be done from one side first. Don't mess around and try to be all fancy and do both sides. Just do one side first. Make sure it's exactly what you needed. So let's get to replacing. Remember, this is not a race. Unless you're racing against the clock like I am, because I have to get off of work. I have to get off of the stream at 10 o'clock because I have to go to work. We have a meeting this morning, so it's one heck of a way to begin the day. But that's just how meetings are. It's Tuesday. It's lots going on here. In September, I'm not going to be around as much, so just a little early warning. Because that's festival season. Good morning, Ariel. My daughter's awake. Yeah, that's yours. You can have 2. Oh, my posture is really bad this morning. Good God. Anyway, it's going to be festival season coming up soon. We have the Toronto International Film Festival happening here in Toronto, of course, because that's where I am. And I'm going to be working for most of that with promotions and stuff. So it's going to be a busy time. Hopefully I will still be able to stream. But there should be some times where I will try to schedule ahead and let you guys know when a stream is happening and when it isn't. I'll just try to be courteous. All right, so there we go. Nice and round. Now comes the fun part. The rest of the ship is pretty much just slanted. So we need to be able to put the slant in properly. There we go. So you can't just slap a machine block down and go to town. No siree, Bob. Not one. You need to be able to place your piece with a certain amount of precision. So, and this also helps to back this up. Oh, the one thing I am forgetting right there is the balloon, the vertical balloon, which is which this build is a bit of a problem because the cockpit is supposed to be more raised up here, which presents its own problem. Trust me. But the cockpit is supposed to come all the way back here and then slant down. So we have that to deal with. However, we are going to move ahead and get the slant first before we get into the more, well, this is one of the more difficult areas, but it's 901 and we got some building to do. Believe it or not, this back part, oops, is actually much easier to deal with than the front. So, am I running away from it? Yes, I am. Just a little bit, though. Just a little bit. So, we're going to get this right in the middle. And we're not going to swap pieces. You're going to say, hey, there's a matching piece from this. Let me get that and put it on here. No, you're not matching. You are matching the piece to piece. So the slant is exactly the same. The height is exactly the same. If you swap it, it has a difference of about half a stud. And that half a stud alignment just completely messes up everything. Estimate how long this will take. I'm gonna be done before the end of the stream, so it'll take about an hour, minus the part of me messing up with the 2x6 instead of a 2x8. And minus all the talking that I'm gonna have to do. Why's everyone so concerned about time? Time is the least of all worries. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. But oh, he's coming in here. You keep on running back to me. Time. See? There you go. Nice and easy. Take that. And pop it off. Thought I missed this now. All right. Yes, I am using controller, by the way. I know some of you people use keyboard. I don't understand how, but okay. So this actually brings us to this next part, which is kind of funky because believe it or not, we're going to be adding a slant up here. So let's go take a look at what we're going for. You see how this is all slanted on top here? Yeah, this is going to be the fun part. All right, I gotta take this back 1, 2, 3 back. So this is gonna be fun. That goes in 2. All right, so anyway, this is 12 back. So 12. All right, let's get to it. Now we're gonna have a little bit of dissonance going on here because we're gonna have to try to figure out what is the best take. Hey, I think we just figured it out. Because with some of this, I'm gonna have to replace the sides. I think that may be it right there. That was pretty fast. So this is two pieces I have to take off in order to make this work. Question is, will it work in here? And yes, this side slant is very important to the F30, to the look of the F35. Because that slant continues upward and onward. So everything that we just did is now going to be coming off of this. So there's going to be a little bit of redoing. It's all part of the plan. Yeah. All right, let's do it again. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Amazing, right? Shockers. All right, so this one is a little different, as you can see. It's funny how a little bit of displacement does a lot. You see the difference? This one is is further back. This one is further forward. But we're going to work with it. And we're going to get it all sorted out. There we go. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the ears start coming and they don't stop coming. Spread to the rules and hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You never know if you don't go. You never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get show on, get paid. All that glitters is what the heck? Oh. Dang it. I missed one. So all that glitters is definitely not gold. Remember that thing I said about me knowing what I was doing? Yeah. Let's take that back. I just lost my card. And there we go. Perfect alignment now. It's now inward, just like it was before. I was actually wondering what I had done wrong and why I had done wrong so badly. No retreat, no surrender. All right, here we go. Okay, bye pixelated. You can always come back and watch the rest of the tutorial later. That's one of the good things about YouTube. And, you know, Twitch. VOD. Okay, so we got the back of it here, and now that we have that, oh, excuse me, we can actually continue the rest of it. So, this part requires this. We need one down. There we go. So 1, 2. Now, why would I do that? Why not just do that? I think this may not be in the right place. So, in order for this to work properly, it has 1, 2. that has to work there. So it's now 6 down. Okay. I'm going to verify that in a second before we go any further, but this forward scoop is kind of important. It's one of the features of the intake on the F35. So, we got 1, 2 back here. There we go. 1, 2. Dun, 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 dun. James Brown is back. Cause I gotcha. Okay. And now we have to take this down. So the back needs to come on down. Let's see what we're working with here. Ah! Where are you going? Get back over here. Okay, so we got to build that up and then scoop down, long scoop. So it's a long scoop, not nothing short. So everything I do over here now has to be a little bit longer. As you can see, the cockpit is definitely higher. So we're going to be like back in here. But let's bring this back in. Where are my 8s? Should I be using 12s or 8s on this one? I'm assuming I should be using 12. We'll use a 12. That should be an 8 on that one. Okay, that should be an 8. Let's do an 8 on this one. So that comes down to a 6. Eight. We're not going to be joining in the middle. We're going to be going flat in the middle and coming down. All right. Why are you off? Okay, you were off by half a stud. So we'll get you all fixed up. That's right. Get you all fixed up. Where's the, okay, let's try another one here. There we go. And now we can get our scoop coming backward and inward. Ah. Chinga. No, not you. Sometimes the game does this weird thing where it will not let me select my weapon. It's so annoying. All right. Come on, to the side. To the side. Seriously? Okay, we're gonna be playing at this, are we? Game is trying to make me look bad. Okay. There we go. That's better. And now we can continue our scoop backward into oblivion. Probably should have used this one a little bit earlier, but what the heck. Maybe I can replace that piece. No. Okay, then. It's a 14 piece. Means it doesn't exist. There's our 14 piece right there. Then we can take one further down. Now, please note, I am making some adjustments on the fly because of the nature of this build. Oh, there's that whole nighttime thing again. Hadn't even realized. Let's have a quick look at this and let me do a count. We got, how can I count when I can't see, huh? Okay, yeah, so that's going to be a much better placement. I like that. Okay, let's see how far we got. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is good. And then we are going to put down a bed because I need to sleep. Never get back up. I actually slept in this morning. Got up, looked at the alarm, said heck with it. Yep, I do have a whole fleet. It's all behind me. We've been doing Fleet Week for a little bit, so we got a few things going on. I think we started last week, didn't we? 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is where we start to move inward. So let's get this. No, come on. Be good. Please note I am using my my usual method of using smaller pieces on a plane, because with planes you have more collisions and more stuff going on. So when you use smaller pieces, if you do any kind of damage, it is restricted to the small pieces rather than being spread out over a bigger area. Build intelligently. That's all I gotta say. You know the limit. You know the limitations, and you know what happens when you do a build with one big piece, and all of a sudden it breaks, and you're screaming, "Ah!" Well, there will be no screaming here. Not today. Not on my watch. Uh-oh. I'm gonna scream now. Okay, let's get this back over there. And up or down? Question. Nope. Come on, fit it right. No, one movement. There we go. Wow. Look at that. That is tight. I don't think I can get any tighter than that. Oh, am I ignoring messages? What happened? I keep looking over at Ann Kitty's messages. Ann Kitty thanks someone for, um, well, okay, to be fair, Mike Monster, I don't smack into buildings. It's more trees. I have a vendetta against trees. Trees don't like me, you know? This is just it's just a thing we have going on. A little bit of mutual love and stuff. I'm lying, of course, but trees, man. Okay, I think there was a change that needed to be made in here, and it's because of the shape of everything. Because we start off with the 2, and then we're supposed to start moving inward. Um, I may have to do that strictly to the bottom. Let me take a quick look. Because I know there's a part we were supposed to. Ah, yes. Thank you. I did screw it up. Okay, so I need to take back a half step so that I can bring the wing out from the 3. So here we go. So we got 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then, aha. Knew it. I knew there was something that's missing. Let's get this in here. Boom. It was way too neat, way too straight, way too long. That was not happening. All right, so let's get the wings on. Which means that I need to find the right placement for the wings. Which means I need to do this bit of trickery again. And are we there? Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. Close. Find a spot. Bring it in, and yes. Okay. Now maybe that could come down a little bit. I think a half step should do it. We can't go down a full step. So let's see what we can do here. There. Half step all the way. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ha ha. Today will be a bad day. Let's put a cross piece here. Just, I will take that out. Don't worry about that. But there we go. Let's get a little bit of, make sure everything matches. Love it. Love it when a build comes together. All right, it's 9:24. Let's step this into high speed, shall we? No, actually, we're not stepping it in high speed. We're going to keep on building the same speed we're going at. We're just going to focus a little bit more. That's right. We're going to focus. Oh boy. So this part may annoy a lot of people. If I was trying to use the first order pieces, but we got to use some of the friendly neighborhood pieces now. So I do apologize. So I know not everyone has them. One of the only possible replacements for this particular piece would be from the Mos Eisley kit. And you have to end up using a couple of them together, the 6s, to get the same size. I'm going to show you that in 1 second because I used it over on the tail. And then I realized what was happening. thought it was a smaller piece, but it isn't. It isn't. It's the same size. Let's take a quick look. Moss Isley. If some of you may have this, some of you may not. They're really inconsistent with how they brought back the pieces. But this is your other solution. So you may end up wanting to make the entire, not entire plane, but a lot of it as tan, if you can. But, you can stack two of these together, tip to tip, to get the same effect. So, just so you know, just in case you missed that kit. A really good reason for them to bring back some of these kits into the Lego store. Come on, Epic, do us solid. Bring them back. Bring the kits back. Bring the kits back. So let's start chant going. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I was getting out of Mos Eisley. That actually sounds like a good heist movie. Getting out of Mos Eisley. Star Wars should make that. Yeah, the desert skin for the F35. All right, so there is a bit of concern about the middle piece here. So let me just point out a couple of things before we do go on. And the main thing is that this build is going to have to be in two parts. I did say that we were going to be finishing this today, but I was wrong. We're going to finish the body today, and tomorrow we're going to come back and add all of the thrusters and get it into the air, because that's a whole other battle. And not something we're going to get into this morning. That is not supposed to be that long. Hold on. It's supposed to be that long. 1, 2. What the heck did I do? I went too long. Oh dear. Which means we're gonna have to bring the plane, the wings up, because I miscounted. Oh no, the horror. Well, better now than later. Yep, that changes the count. So there that goes. All right, but at least that's still. Oh no, that is still right. Bring that back. I know what you're doing. Bring that back. That's right. This is wrong. So get this over there, then do this right here. See, I could feel when it was wrong. The downside of doing a build on a ship that's across the yard. You want to try to get your ships as close as possible. Let's pull the end one more, shall we? Too close to the edge. There. Much better. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to put this one down first. There we go. And now we can do the whole wing thing all over again. All right, let's finish up the shape of the wing here, and then we're going to move into back of the ship and the rest of the fuselage. All right, there we go. So let's fill it in, shall we? I'm still going to be using my smaller pieces. So this is going to take a little bit longer. We're not, like, remember, we said we're not in a race here. We're just trying to get the best build. But can by all means surge ahead and do this thing when you're doing your own build. For me, I'm just going to take my time and get it done nice and clean. Plus, these pieces don't have any studs showing. That's one of the advantages of the 4x4s. No studs showing anywhere. So there are some advantages. All right, let's take a quick look over here. I can do some adjustments. I mean, I can always bring that in because it's got to go in and in again. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 back, and then this is 8, then 8. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad at all. So 4 back means that this can be a little different. And I can actually do something like this. If you have trouble placing these guys on the edge because you can't clip them, you do have some options. You can put a plate down below. That will work. Why aren't you snapping? I really don't like that they don't snap to the floor pieces, but it is what it is. I don't think I can do that. Can I? Because I think it actually goes down one more step. So let's prepare for that. If it doesn't, then we prepared for nothing. Oh well, whatever shall we do? Now, let's get you in here. Excuse me. Wrong piece. I belched at the wrong time. Come on, snap. There we go. No, wrong way. That must be so troublesome. Jeez. Okay, you get in here. Come on, get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know I am like totally random today. Heroes in a half shell to the power. Oh, I can use a 12 again. Let's use a 6 instead this time. Is it gonna let me do it? No. What is your damage, buddy boy? Is it off? Okay, that's a shadow. That's a relief. No way. Oh, that's gonna suck. Alright, so this is at an end. But you know what? That was actually a really good run. Alright, so this is what's going to happen now. This whole thing needs to come inward, and it's going to be reflected on the underside. So we got some fun stuff to do on the underside. This is for the tail section. Tail section. There we go. Oh, all of a sudden everything makes sense now. There's a part on the original illustration that I had been wondering about. Here, let me just, okay, so put that underneath. We're gonna have a slanted section here, because this does go back, and it goes back 2 steps. Crap, I forgot about that piece. The wing is slightly wider than its predecessors. $938. Now, if you're only looking at Lego models, you're going to do yourself a huge disservice when coming to building something like this. Huge disservice. So you got to look at different sources, especially sources for military vehicles. If you're building a military vehicle, you've got like so many resources online that you can go and look at. So we got like a ton of photos of the F35 that you can go and check out. And they've even got schematics and everything going on. It's not top secret, so all of that material is out there. You get very accurate diagrams of the wing layout, not wing layout, but you know, the tail layout and everything. And I think part of my problem right now is that this is maybe a little bit short, because I started my my fuselage without the advantage of having the wings done first. Oh, things are getting a little hinky now. Okay, there's not been any hot fixes out, have there? Because this is something that I've been noticing, where sometimes pieces get massively misaligned, massively, and you have to log out and come back. Right now, I'm feeling it happening. You see all that going on? That's no good. So we're gonna power through to the end of this wing, then we're gonna log out and we can come back. Now, if you don't have like the best looking um, F35 by the time that we are done this, then I did something wrong, and I will give you your money back. Yeah, every cent that you spend on this tutorial, you will be refunded 100%, guaranteed, free of charge. All right, so we powered through there. How are we looking? We're looking good. Let us log out and come back. I'm sorry, Harry. I said on the tutorial, not on any of your resources. Resources are entirely up to you. So no refunds. Okay. They need to fix that freezing glitch. It is like the worst. Oh my god! I realized. I only just realized I'm still wearing Mr. Terrific. Great. Now I've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in my head. Teenage Mutant Ninja. I know why. I know why I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuck in my head, because of the Mortal Kombat reference, which made me think of playing the video games in the arcade when I was a kid. And of course, at the same time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was also one of the big games. We would always go down to arcade to play. We would, God, lose so many quarters in the space of 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes. You could lose your um entire allowance in the space of like maybe 10 minutes if you were really really bad at playing. And a lot of us were really bad at playing. There's this guy I used to hang out with. He was like one of the best. He was like um the arcade god. So dude would be in there like all the time, always playing. What do I want to do here? That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I want to do. How far can I take this? Heroes in a half shell, turtle power. I suppose I should check from the bottom. But this is like tight. If you follow the what I did, you should be able to get that tight of a bond. From the placement and the bottom and everything. Okay, let's finish this up. So we got the bottom side here. Let's continue the bottom. It's now 9:44. We can do this. We can do this. Thing is, a lot of the bottom is based around the placement of, nope, of the thrusters. So I can't even really close up the bottom. What I can do is at least get us started where we can come back and finish up. So tail section should at least be done, and then this really annoying part about the body, because this body section, oh no 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 no, hold up a second, hold up a second. Before we go anywhere near the body, we need to get this part closed up. The bottom part, this is not slanted, this is actually straight, so it needs to come straight off of here. This is hitting, so this needs to go down 1. Is that 1 or is that half step? Ah, there's the half step again. Heroes in a half shell, turtle power. You know what? I'll take it. No, okay. This is the part where you're supposed to go and turn it upside down, just so you're not, wasting your time later. So your first piece on, and then you take it, you turn it upside down, get rid of the piece, blah blah blah, etc., etc. And then just make sure you keep one piece in there. So I might as well just get that out of the way. The spacing on this, nothing I can really do about. So it's just gonna have to be what it is. Right. What was I doing? I was getting my lightsaber. Don't know why I'm holding raspberry, but whatever. All right. So you now need to be replicated over there. Oh, great. First order. Hero in a half shell to the power. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What? Why are you different? You're not hitting the same place. What's up with that? Maybe too much. Huh. Okay, I may have to rethink that one. Maybe go up 1 instead. But it's never going to attach. That's a problem. Why are you guys hitting differently? There's only a single piece right there. Are you coming off the same place? That is the question. Same place. All right, that's gonna be a bit of a head scratcher. All right, it's gonna be a head scratcher for another day. I don't like the fact that it works on one side, then it doesn't work on the other. This is not how a good tutorial should go. Because I need to be able to repeat these steps every time. Yes, this is repeatable, but someone's going to come in and complain that, hey, this didn't work. And I wouldn't be able to tell you why. Oh, you know what I just realized? It's even worse than this. The intake valve in the bottom needs to match the intake valve in the top. So, what fun we have around here. Heroes in a half shell, turtle power. Come on. Seriously, dude? Ah, it's gonna kill me. All right, you. What is your damage? You come out. It's always something. All right, you are aligned to what? To what exactly? Oh. My God. It's completely slanted. That's why it's not working. Okay, so it's the same, it's the exact same thing, but it's just not working on that side as well. I saw that slant just now. That's not a good slant. It should never be a slant. All right, let's get this lined up to this. I think the pressure plates are now introducing a slant. They never used to before. This is why I actually switched from the thrusters to the pressure plates, because the pressure plates were always solid, straight. But if there's a slant being introduced when they turn a piece, that means they're trying to stop us from doing this particular trick. And that's not cool. That's not cool at all. So let's see if there's any variance. If there is, then we can spot the conspiracy. Caught you red-handed, Epic. Yeah. Okay, so the more pieces you use, the more jagged it gets. See there? That was 1, 2. Okay, so this is the case where you may have to use fewer pieces. I'm sorry, guys. This is kind of important, massively important. Okay, I will continue figuring that out later, but they seem to be introducing more issues. So if you're going to be using the pressure plate technique to turn pieces, make sure that you're not going for like long stretches going off the same piece over and over, because it's going to introduce inconsistencies. It's going to keep stepping down. So with this, I should have used like a single long piece to make sure that it's the same. And then with 2 of them, I have fewer inconsistencies. But with using 4 of the 8 pieces, see, even with this, even 2 of them is inconsistent. You see that right there? This piece is not even aligned to the other piece anymore. Good God. It's like the more pieces you add, the more you build, the more they punish you. All right, it's 9:54. I'm sorry. I got caught up in that whole thing. My bad. But this is what they do sometimes. So we're going to be continuing this tutorial tomorrow, just on a different scale than what I had expected. I like update day, but I hate it because sometimes they do stuff like this that messes us up. And I do mean messes us up completely. Okay, this needs to be further in. So we are going, maybe take one more step in. Can we go one more in? I think we can. No, we should not. We should not. Okay, so we're going to start right here on this 12 piece that we've placed for the wing. Go as far forward as possible. Onto there. And then we're going to be pulling back technically we should be going with 12 and then inward, but we may have to start doing, you know what, hell with it. Let's bring it in. I'm very disappointed, Epic. Very, very disappointed. All right. This is actually where we switch over to this one. And we're going to go back to this one and do the same thing over here. Because, of course, we want it to match. So, 1, 2. 1, 2. Then this one. And if you can't tell, we are going to be building our nice little rocket engine in here. I'm going to have to extend the back one a little bit, but that's just going to be part of it. Anyway, I have a meeting at 10, 3 minutes. So I have to run. I will be taking this entire piece and extending it. That's 12. Whatever. We're gonna be adding a 4 in here. Maybe we can add a little bit more. But we're gonna be extending this piece. So, you know, if you can go ahead and do that if you're building along. Otherwise, I will come back tomorrow and extend this piece, and then we're gonna add on the tail section and get the rest of this done. Canopy is its own thing, but you should have a nice start to your F35 in proper, you know, proper scale. And I'm the MadPuck66. I stream every day from 8:30 a.m. till 10 a.m. I didn't see any of your messages on Discord. I was kind of locked in. I will check the Discord. So don't worry about it. I was just trying to get through this much as possible. Anyway, I stream from 8:30 to 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. And you know, we do Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, etc. We do like lots of really cool stuff. So come on back and join me tomorrow for part 2, screenshot time, of the tutorial for the F35. If you're new here, please leave a like, follow, subscribe. If you're not new, you're coming back. You know, you're like Chris Carnage, you're Ann Kitty. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Love to see you guys. Dirty Drawers, Chris Carnage. I'll check on Discord. I will see you all later. Bye, y'all. Let's try again. Bye, y'all.